Hello, my Aquarius friends. I'm Ulrika. I'm a Lenormand card reader, but today we will do your spiritual philosophical card reading for the month of June. These cards are more like a kind of guides. If there's an issue in your life that need to be worked out, if there are certain problems that you cannot see clear, sometimes these cards are very good guides. Anyway, my Aquarius friends, we will see here where it leads for you for the month of June. So Aquarius, here we go for your spiritual philosophical card reading for the month of June. Hello, my Aquarius friends, and welcome to your spiritual philosophical card reading. As your first card here, we see that we need to reach out. What does this card exactly mean? Well, it probably means you see the bridge here that we need to reach out our hands to others here. It's possible also that you need to come up with some new ideas for the people around you here. We need to serve other people. We need to help other people here for the greater good. This is what we are seeing here. Normally for Aquarius, this is not so very difficult because they are mostly, they have a very humanitarian point of view. They have mostly the best of everything for everybody in their mind. Anyway, this card tells you on the other side also you cannot, you don't need to be confused here. This is not about rescuing other people. We don't need to play 911 here with this card, but it's like a serving. It's a spiritual power here that we are having here. We need to strengthen others in certain ways of their life here. But it's possible that you doubt a little bit. We have all had a very difficult situation, and it's and maybe you doubt that this has any meaning. But actually, this card tells you the opposite. Don't let your ego overwhelm you. And if you see other people in a form of weakness, we are asked here to help them. Where do you exactly need to help? Well, this card tells you also you need to be a little bit observative around you. Maybe this is a neighbor that has a quarrel. Maybe there's an issue that need to be worked out on the work floor. Anyway, we need to make the balance here because the bridge is the balance. We need to sometimes find the balance from others, for others here. This is what we are seeing here. So open your eyes, open your heart, pay attention to those occasions here because you can really make the difference here for these people. They could be a little in a form of fear. Maybe they're missing out of some love in their life. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, don't let your ego, your personality distract here yourself from this genuine service here, because it will not only make those people stronger, but also it will make yourself stronger. And if we make one person stronger, sometimes it has an effect on our environment. So here we see that if we deliver this service, also it's asked from us that we do deliver this service without any criticism or judgment. So here we are asked to put our ego aside. We just help the people. We don't criticize, we don't judge, we just help for the sake of helping others. This is also connected to this card. Anyway, some form of service is required here around you. So you just need to be observative what is about it. The next card is that probably we need to implement some creativity. Mostly Aquarius, they have very good ideas. So it's possible here with this card that you need to implement some ideas. Maybe you have a point of view that other people don't see, a creative point of view. This is possible also. You need to be very creative probably here for helping these people. It's possible also, for instance, if you are a musician, we see the instrument here. The woman, she has put the instrument on top of the closet here, probably for a long time. And maybe sometimes also it means that maybe you can help these other people with a form of creativity. Not only you can help them, but you will also help yourself with that. This is what we are seeing here with this card. Whatever was your creativity before, or what field you are creative in, or you think you are creative in, you are asked here to execute that creativity. Whatever it is that you did before, for instance, if you're a painter, if you're a musician, whatever it is that can serve the collective here, it's very important, not only for the collective, but also for yourself. For instance, if you were a good cook before, we are asked here to cook maybe for somebody else. Anyway, there's a lot of possibilities here. It all depends on your person. But maybe your ego, your personality says it will make no difference. We see the same here, but this card tells us it actually makes a difference. Don't think this has no value, because for these people that need help, and also you yourself, it will have a very calming effect on you. It will have a very creative effect and a positive effect on your life. This is what we are seeing here. Don't let your ego scare you. Here we see that our higher self is demanding this from us. Also, even if you're not a perfect artist, even if you're not a perfect magician, even if you're not a perfect cook, this card is not about that. There is a lot of strength in creativity, and this is here what is asked from us. There is no good art, there is no good cooking. Only the things here that come from your heart need to be expressed here. This is what we are seeing here. It's important for these people that you express yourself, and also for yourself here. So you need to listen to your higher mind here, what is trying to say to you. So if you are criticizing yourself for your art, for your creativity, put this aside and go through with it. This is important. As soon as possible here, we are asked to implement our creativity. The last card that we are seeing here is that we need to stop certain things in our life. You see here the penguins, they are waiting because the shark is here in the water here. So there is some danger here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that the times have been confusing for us in the last period, maybe the last 2 years. This is possible here. And a lot of people have been undergoing some drastic changes in the last months. There are more changes to come because if I see this on an astrological point of view, the planets, they all changed sign, and there will be big changes here. For some people, it could be that they are a little bit unclear about the certain situations. Here, this card tells us we need to think wisely before we take certain decisions. Don't rush decisions. Also, it's possible that you have a feeling that you are threatened, you are more defensive, you don't want to go out. For some people also, it could be that they feel they have missed out. A lot of people also don't agree with us. A lot of dirt is coming out now from governments that they implement certain rules, that these rules were not necessary, that in some cases they caused harm to their citizens here, and it could cause you a form of anger here. Any injustice that is put upon you, or maybe on the people around you. Anyway, we see here also with this card, it's possible that we are projecting these fears, and this could be, for instance, that you no longer want to go out, that it's difficult for you to go out, that you have difficulties here for reaching out to other people. There could be a form here with this card of overcompensating. So we need to balance it out. But it's our ego here that tells us don't do this, don't do that. But we need to overcome this here. It's like you're trying to control a situation that is very hard to control. If the harm is done, we cannot return. So we need to wait, we need to think, we need to use our mind, we need to calm our mind. It's very important here with this combination. Sometimes also it can be a good advice of this card that we do nothing at all for a while. What does this mean? Well, we just think about the whole situation. We don't take action. We don't think about certain problems or for taking action in certain areas of our life. This is aside from what I said here in the front, because this applies on you as a person. Probably you are about to take certain decisions in your life. If these decisions are about staying more in, locking yourself up indoors because you don't feel very well, you should think wisely about that, because it might not be the right path for you. We should take a step back, and you really should be Aquarius. They are very good thinkers. They are good in their mind, and you should very well think about this situation, because this will not be a very good path for you. So sometimes we think, when I do nothing, nothing is happening. Yes and no. If you do nothing, also there's sometimes time going over. And it means the situation sometimes changes and we get a different point of view. This is what this card is about. So it's not because physically nothing is happening. In our mind, there are not some changes possible. This is what this card is. Because there could be a form of danger here, that we go in the right direction, that we take the wrong decision in certain areas of our life. So be careful here, look inwards and see what is the best solution here for yourself. Don't think nothing is accomplished because you don't do nothing. Also, we always need to remember that if some injustice is put upon our person, even we did our very best and the situation was very clear that we were in the right direction, and still some injustice is put upon here, remember that the universe always balances itself out. So it can be a very harsh situation, it can be a less difficult situation, but if there is some justice is put upon you and this was not honest, according to your point of view, remember this will be balanced out. This is what this card tells us also. So don't make any hustle. You will see later on everything is smoothed out. So Aquarius, this is all for this spiritual philosophical card reading. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of it. If you want more information, I do also the classic Lenormand card readings. They are very much into depth, more into details. So if you're interested in that, you can also find them. They are not short card readings because they are very much into details. And of course, then we have the financial card readings, the philosophical financial card readings, which are more a kind of guides to save money, to take certain directions with your money. If you need to make decisions about money, these cards are also very good advisors. If you put the three together, you get a package for the month to come. Anyway, Aquarius, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for considering subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye-bye for now.